morning.
Good morning.
We're back with another car repair.
And today we're going to be replacing the clock spring on a Toyota Prius C. It controls the buttons, or allows the buttons on the steering wheel to work. It's also called the spiral coil. Is that
Spiral
what it is?
cable?
Spiral
maybe?
cable. That's what it is. Clock spring or spiral cable. It's located behind the steering wheel. And this is what it looks like. Just like this. Some connections, airbag connections.
So we're gonna first disconnect the battery and let that sit for about half an hour because, as John says, that should make it so the airbag doesn't deploy when we take the steering wheel apart. I believe him. He's done it before. Yep. This is actually the second time we're replacing this. But
the first time the horn kept beeping randomly for no apparent reason.
Yeah. That was fun. It was a good time.
Driving down the road and your horn starts beeping.
Yeah, it's great. People love it. People liked it.
But this time is a little different. This time the cruise control button stopped working.
Right. So we'll show you what that's doing and then we'll disconnect the battery and go from there.
Alright, let's get going.
Okay, so it's not coming on. And now, John, if you turn the wheel, there we go. We've got the cruise.
The green light.
The green light. Alright, let's disconnect the battery. Where is the battery?
Over here. So you gotta pull this off right here.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna take this plastic off.
Just like that. And then this is the battery.
Does the seat not lift up?
No. And this is the positive and that's the negative, and all we gotta do is disconnect the negative cable on this side. So we just gotta disconnect the negative battery cable, the black one. This is the hot red, and then we'll let this sit for half an hour. There we go. Battery disconnected. Now we'll wait 30 minutes and come back and start disconnecting the steering wheel. Alright, so you disconnect the negative battery cable with a 10mm wrench and let it sit for about 30 minutes. And now we're gonna, there's two of these covers on either side, so we're gonna pull these off.
A fun fact about this car is we bought it, it didn't have cruise control, so John actually had to add that in as well. We use it all the time.
And then there's some screws behind here. There's two screws behind the steering wheel, one right there and one on the other side for the covers behind there. And I'm not sure if there's one more. There's those two, might be a third on the bottom here. Yep, there's a third one right here. Okay, 3 screws. And then this should separate. That separates there. And that separates there. Put that off to the side. If you look in here on the side, we have to pop this airbag off. So let's see if I can get it. Oh, there's one. And then right there. See this right here, this little piece of metal?
Yep. Just
push that. And then this whole centerpiece comes off.
So there was one of those on each side?
Yes. And then this is the airbag. This disconnects from here. These lift up. And disconnect the airbag. Orange to orange. Black to black. Alright. And then there's this little ground. It should just pull off. Right there. So disconnect the red, the black, and the ground. And then put this away from you so you don't, in case it accidentally does go off, it's not near you. Alright. So this is the cruise control. Here's the 2 screws for the cruise control. Let's just disconnect this because this is the spiral cable connection. So that connection is this connection on the spiral cable right here. So we'll disconnect this. Alright, let's get a 19mm socket, I believe it is, and see if we can pop the steering wheel off. Okay. Got to keep the steering wheel. Oh, I should lock it in. Wheels straight, steering wheel straight. I'll take the nut off. And then before we pull the steering wheel, we'll try to mark it as best we can so we know where it goes. Let me line it back up. Now, in theory, this should pull off. There we go. So the steering wheel is now off. Put that off to the side. And this is the spiral cable right here. This is what we're going to replace. And I think this just clips in here. Oh, hang on, there's a cable, 2 cables down here. Let's see. So the trick is with that, this is the release. It's a spring-loaded release right here. That's the trick. That is disconnected. And it looks like there's a clip here. And looking on the old one, a clip here. Let's see, it clips here. And right here is the other clip. Right there. And then, oh, there's one more connector. 3 connectors on the bottom. There's the third. Then that piece should come right off. There's the old one. Well, I guess we're putting this one back. Yep. Oh, unless that module just comes off. Maybe that module just pops up. Let's see. So this is a module on the back. Alright, this module just looks like it goes right on the back here. There we go. It's in there. It's in there. It's in there. I'm not sure what this piece is, but it's on there now. It goes on the back. And then we can put that in there so it doesn't move at all. Here we go. Alright, let's try this again. Alright, so that's all in there now. 3 clips. I must have did that last time without remembering. Okay, there's one.
Yellow one in the back, black one in the front.
Yep. Alright, that wasn't too bad. Now we'll get the steering wheel.
You're like an F1 driver, you had to pop the steering wheel out to get out of the car.
Yep. Then you just got to get these cables through the top. Oh, we got to pull that orange piece. Make sure our steering wheel's in there. Looks good. And put that bolt back on. Don't want the steering wheel coming off. Okay, plug these connectors back in on the top. Alright, these are for the airbag. And this is the cruise control. And this is the ground, so now we just have to put the airbag back in. Okay, we got our ground. That locks in there. And then we got our orange wire. orange. Make sure that's down and push the lock. And the black goes down in there. And push the lock. So orange and black are in there. Alright, so now this just slides back in here with a little spring tension. Alright, so this just goes back in there. There's the clip. There's the horn. So there's the top cover. The bottom goes in first. Snap together. Snap together. And then we got 3 screws to put in. So then we put the screw in the bottom. Okay. Let's put our little covers on. And this little cover on. Okay, now we can put the battery back on. Tighten the battery back up. Make sure this battery cable is tight. You don't want to over tighten it, but you can't have it loose. It has to be tight to make a great connection to the battery charges. Alright. Put this cover back on. Make sure it starts. Looks good. Hopefully this turns on. Yep.
Perfect.
Looks good. Alright, so that wasn't too hard of a repair. 10mm to disconnect the battery, a Phillips screwdriver, and a 19mm socket is pretty much all you need. And something small to pry a couple of those plastic covers off. But fairly easy. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd say it's 3. And we have crews working now. Yeah. Easy repair. The part was $30. And
we'll link it below.
We'll link the part below. Yeah, we went to the Toyota dealer to see how much it was, and they wanted like $800 to replace that. It was like $650 for the part, and then, I don't know, $100 or $200 in labor. Yeah. But you can see it wasn't too hard.
Longest part was waiting for the battery.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, John. Good work.
All right. Now let's do the next adventure.